So we are in our breakfast room now. Yay! Everyone else is hypothetically still asleep, but we made a coffee and look at all this bread. After breakfast, I stopped by a boulangerie, got a little coffee again because I was so jet lagged, and walked around. The buildings were pretty and the weather was really nice, so overall good vibes. After our walk this morning, we all met up in a conference room and Sophie taught us a little bit about the theme of this program, which are the walls encircling Paris at various locations and built at various different times throughout history.
Regardez mon mur. Il est monumental.
Then we had a workshop where we drew on maps of Paris to identify where exactly the walls are now. Then we hopped on the metro to go to the Place du Châtelet. We saw some really cool street art along the way. This fountain here had 4 sphinxes because Napoleon wanted to show off his travels to Egypt. Then we saw the Seine and the Petit Châtelet, which holds the power of the King's Court and justice system, whereas the other side has Notre Dame and the Municipal Commerce Center, symbolizing the power of religion and the people. And this beautiful building here is the Tribunal of Commerce of Paris. And here's Le Palais de Justice, which held La Couronne d'Épines, which is the crown of thorns of Jesus Christ, and you can still see it depicted on one of the spires here, even though it was later moved to Notre Dame. Speaking of Notre Dame, here is Notre Dame. We couldn't go inside because it's still under construction after the fire, but the facade itself was still so pretty. We found a cute little cat on our way to the Quartier Latin, which is where all the academic institutions of Paris exist. And here is La Sorbonne, which is a very prestigious university. And here's La Panthéon, which alternated between being a building for the church and for the state many times. Here's part of the wall of Philippe Auguste, built during the 12th century. Then we visited one of Sophie's lovely friends, and from her balcony you could see almost the entirety of Paris. And I think we all agree that this view was so incredible, or as the French like to call it, incroyable.
Parce qu'on peut sabrer avec une épée, vous savez? Oui.
We popped a bottle of champagne, and it was my first taste of champagne ever. It was so sparkly and so bubbly, really, really good. Then I tasted a choux de la crème, or cream puff, from Odette. This one was hazelnut flavored, and it was so good that I just had to have another one, so I had another one, and this one was chocolate flavored. Then Sophia and I tried these little French candies. They were like little pockets of pop rocks. Really fun. And obviously the first bottle of champagne wasn't enough, so we popped the second one, and we had more champagne. So if you wanted to say hi, santé. Then we walked to dinner. The view again was absolutely gorgeous. And here's the dinner spot we chose. It's called La Bribousse, and it's in the 20th arrondissement. The food was so good. I tried the burrata, the lamb skewer, and the duck. Everything was perfect. After dinner, we slowly walked home, and that was the day. Bonne nuit et à demain.